Go. Cue to the board. Good evening. This is the September 26, 2024 Town of Eastchester Planning Board meeting. If everyone would rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's a full board, so I'll take the attendance quickly. Mr. Jim Bonanno is here. Mr. Phil Nemisak.
Present.
Lauren Goodrich.
Present.
Joseph Rubino.
Present.
Michael Fortuno.
Present.
Great. I guess we could approve the minutes from June 27, 2024. We all could approve it. So then I make a motion to approve the minutes from June 27, 2024 Planning Board meeting, subject to some comments you may have had. Mr. Nemisak?
Yep. Second.
Great. All in favor?
Aye.
Just so everyone who's here knows, there's been a couple of adjournments, so the following application will not be, there's two applications that will not be heard at this meeting. The first one is Beach Street, application 23-02, 203 Beach Street, and 104-108 Highland Avenue subdivision, and application 2330, 249 Main Street, and 27 New Street. These will be on the board's October 24th meeting. Let's see, so new business, just so everyone knows, there's two in front of us. It's application 2431, Graziella's Market of Eastchester, and then the other one is old business, 2401 Maple Avenue. And there's the third one, 2425, 34 Water Street, and 1 and 3 Rigliano Way. So the first one is 2431, 317 Main Street.
It's application 24-31.
Graziella's Market of Eastchester.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, perfect. Thank you very much.
Okay, good evening, members of the board. My name is Rocco DeLeo, the architect for the new
If you could,
Graziella's Market.
sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but if you could just use the microphone. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, members of the board. My name is Rocco DeLeo, the architect for the new Graziella's Market in Eastchester, located at 321 White Plains Road, also known as 317 White Plains Road. What we're proposing here is just some minor exterior renovations to an existing building that we presented in front of the Architectural Review Board about a couple of weeks ago. And here, starting off with the site plan, this property actually has two fronts, White Plains Road and Main Street in the backside, also with two entrances from either road. This is the principal building, parking around the perimeter of the building. And one of the comments that we received from the Architecture Review Board was to provide a trash enclosure for our trash receptacles, of which we propose to provide a white vinyl fence with a gate. Following the next page, some images of what the building currently looks like. Well, you can see not much has been done to the building in many years, and new ownership, We have Silvio here, who resides in Eastchester. He's one of the partners. Angelo DeFeo, he's going to be one of the operators. And, you know, they're excited about this, and they take great pride in not only this project, but the community. So they really wanted to do something to this building to enhance it and really create something that is presentable for the community. And what we're proposing here is simply just to throw a new splash of color to this facade with a black band going around the bottom perimeter of the space, white above that, directly onto the masonry, just to, you know, give this building some life and enhancement, and it's just some, well, visual character that currently doesn't exist. We also propose to put a new fixed awning, and I have a whole bunch of samples of this product here that I can share with you, just to give the facade some depth. The building footprint, the facade, the storefront, all of it remains as is. And the only other thing that I didn't mention was providing perimeter lighting to this building, just to, again, give it some life in the evening hours. Here's some of the 2D elevations. We are trying to get on the sign board agenda for October 11th to talk about our new signage on the front and side of the building. Here are some specifications of our light fixtures. And what I can hand over, if you like, are some of the materials and samples that we've brought. So I'm here to help answer any questions.
The notes that I have here suggest that one of the comments of the Architectural Review Board was that you should consider keeping terracotta tile at the coping on White Plains Road and Main Street frontages in its natural color. Is that, the drawings that I can see, the illustrations have a lot of white in it and a very nice awning. I can't see, I think they're talking about the piece on the top of the roof, right?
Yeah. So that is
kept or not?
It is being kept, and it's a tiny little sliver of terracotta there that I guess is a little hard to pick up in the colored renderings. But yes, we do have it notated on the 2D elevations to keep that natural.
Got it. Okay. And this is a fixed awning, you said, right?
This would be a fixed awning, correct?
Okay. And it looks like it's basically just going to fill in the space where the two ends come out.
Exactly right. You know, so it would go from that wall to that wall and protrude out approximately about 5 feet with a scallop valance, just to give it some definition and some movement. And the striation is just to break up, you know, the colors of the facade.
And the Graziella's Market, as I understand it, there's another store of this with common ownership that's located where, is it in Harrison or?
In West Harrison.
West
correct.
Harrison.
Yes,
okay.
there is.
And is this store going to be run or operated in similar hours? Do we know? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Do you know what those hours are? And if not, this gentleman can come up.
You can come up
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
put your name on the record. Hello, everybody. My name is Angelo DeFeo. Zuccarelli's had the hours of Monday to Saturday, I believe 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Sundays 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. So I think what we're going to do is going to try that, but if we decide to skip breakfast, we'll start at 8 a.m. It'll be 8 to 6. Monday to Saturday, Sunday's still closing at 2 p.m.
Okay, so bottom line is, you have no intention at this point of expanding the hours beyond what they were
No,
previously?
not
Yeah.
at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Perfect.
All right. Any other questions, everyone?
Good.
Thank you.
Is the trash enclosure existing in the back there?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Is the trash enclosure existing in the back?
It is not existing back there. I believe there's just two receptacles, right? There's just two receptacles that are just sitting in the parking lot, so we would be enhancing that area by enclosing it and screening it off.
So they are behind parking spaces right now?
Correct.
So they pick up early in the morning or late at night?
I would assume you would pick it up first thing in the morning, but I'm not sure if
I mean,
sanitation contracts have been
It'll be
awarded.
coordinated with the hours of the store, I imagine, such that there'll be no cars parked there. Okay, cool. And then this is awning for the front?
That would be the awning,
Is
correct.
there going to be like a lettering on it? I didn't see it in the,
No.
No, there's no lettering,
It's just
no
this awning.
graphics on the awning.
okay,
That would be it.
thank you.
Where's the dark walnut on there?
So just for clarity, it would be Douglas fir, which is what exists there, and I believe it's a dark walnut stain that we plan on putting on the existing wood timbers that are there. So
Oh,
pretty
the
much they're
lower side.
acting as bumpers for cars to not hit the
Got it.
wall.
I didn't see that.
So we would just be staining that color that you have in your hand.
Thank you.
And got it, so that would stand out from the black so that people would see it. Okay.
Exactly
Yeah,
right.
makes sense. It's a very attractive design that you have here. I think it's going to make a great addition. But,
Thank you.
It will be an improvement. What was there was part of town, but now the town is moving forward.
Yeah.
So then I don't have any other comments, guys.
Nor I.
Can I just add a personal comment that I always like to see on any lighting in particular is like, I've noticed a lot of the places put up like extremely bright white lighting and stuff, so if there is any intention to potentially use soft lighting and stuff on the name or the new lights that are being installed across the side, that would just be something that would look nice with the building.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. So all of the light fixtures we specify are usually within the 2400, 2700 Kelvin. I think the light you're talking about is more like 3, 4, 5,000 Kelvin. So yeah, we're not trying to create an emergency room here, and something that's soft lit and appealing, during the day and evening hours.
And then is that dark walnut wood taking the place of the concrete, like bollards, for lack of a better word, that are on the floor in all the spots, or?
No, the concrete bollards remain as well, and those two are to be painted the same black
Got
that's running along the base of the building.
I think it looks very nice.
Thank you.
Great. We have to have a public hearing, so just stand by. So I make a motion to open the public hearing on this application, 2431 Graziel's Market of Eastchester.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
This is the opportunity for the public to comment on the application. Seeing as there's no public comment, I make a motion to close the public hearing on the same application, 2431 Graziel's Market of Eastchester.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That's it. So I'm okay with it. Looks good. Nice improvement. Thank you for showing us. Looking for we'll talk when we're done. So I make a motion to approve application 2431 Graziel's Market of Eastchester.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. What's the schedule?
Yesterday.
What's that? Like
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Monday?
But as soon as possible. They're trying to get open.
We hope to see everyone soon.
Good.
We do too. Yeah, we miss our Zuccarellis, but we're looking forward to this.
Yep.
Thank you, board,
Thank you.
for your time.
Thank you.
Welcome to Eastchester, guys. The next application is, the next application is 2401 42 Maple Avenue subdivision.
Good evening, Steve Anderson from Gabriel Senior TC Land Surveyors and Engineers and Planners. I'd like to present 42 Maple. It's been before you before. And what we're trying to get is 2 tax lots that were in 2 separate owners, but after estates were settled and all that, it reverted back to 1 owner. So it needs a referral to the zoning board for a couple items. I'll go through that in a few minutes. But we wanted understood that it's just for subdivision. It would, once the lot is sold off, or if it's sold with the house, that the new owner would be aware that they have to come back for site plan approval. And we have presented, you know, a theoretical house to Kellard, and pretty much we did get comments today. They're minor little items. They have agreed that our stormwater plan is good for a 25 and 100-year storm. So there's minor things, and like I said, it's a theoretical house, so it will have to come back after the subdivision. So, you know, we did do. I'm just looking through. There are some items he'd like to see, like a vertical curve and all, but that can be adjusted, you know, in future. And so I'd like to go through what we're going for on the zoning. Basically, it's zoned for 60-foot frontage, but the original tax lots were 50 and 50. And probably the original subdivision map reflected that too. So we have to go for the frontage, the effective square, and also the existing house offsets is 7 and I believe, let me switch it over to the subdivision map. It is 7 and 10, so it needs you know, variance for that. Well, actually, it's the 7-foot dimension that needs it, and then the gross floor area, the existing house, is over by 358 feet. So those are the items. They're minor. So what we'd like to do is get the zoning board and keep the process going. So if you have any questions. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one that had previously been owned.
Yeah.
And by virtue of the fact that it reverted back to a common owner.
Yes.
It was by
Yeah.
law reunified into a single
Right.
lot. And
Right.
so, okay.
So,
But nevertheless, it would require these variances on
Yeah.
the
for the
existing,
existing
the
code.
the proposed lot on which the existing structure is built.
Right, yeah.
Okay. And is there any structure at all on the
No,
other
no
lot?
structures on the vacant lot. No.
Okay.
And if I could just remind you of the procedural posture of this application, this is an unlisted action under SECRA. And in April, your board declared its intent to be lead agency. You declared itself lead agency in the SECRA review of this application. It was last before the board in May, and there was an outstanding question, as Mr. Anderson indicated, about the stormwater. We did get a review memorandum from KSCJ Consulting today indicating that that issue has been resolved to our consulting engineer's satisfaction. So if you don't have any other comments or questions at this point, you could consider a determination under SECRA, negative declaration, finding that there's no potential for significant negative environmental impacts, and then refer it to the Zoning Board of Appeals.
Right, so the only thing is this letter that we just got, and as you put, I read it on the train and I glanced over it now. It seems like everything can be covered after the approval, right?
Yeah.
If you would respond to it,
Yes.
also, just
of
for the
course.
record, that would be
Yeah,
good.
and I've already spoken to John Kellard and told him it's a theoretical house, and
Yeah.
so, yeah,
Yeah, and it seems like you've said all this can be addressed
yeah,
going forward. We don't have to wait another meeting
Right.
to
Yeah.
get your
Correct.
responses?
Yeah, and it'll be coming back to us for
Yeah,
ultimate approval.
of course.
And then, if
And it
there's
will
ever a
have-
house built there, it's coming back to us again.
Correct.
I think there are enough
And it
protections.
will have the
in place.
note about the site plan, it will require site plan approval on the subdivision map, so,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Does everyone else agree or have any further questions?
no further questions.
And you have in your packets before you, after receiving our consulting engineer's memo, we prepared the the part 2 of the environmental assessment form, which just kind of goes through kind of the questions to analyze the environmental impacts. There were no or small impacts for all of them. And we just have a notation with how the stormwater issues were resolved. So you can take a look through those.
Got it.
Can I just ask a clarifying question then? If the proposed numbers are, 60 versus 50 or 2358 versus 2000, there's no house being proposed yet, so I'm sorry, what are those?
Those are for the existing residents on its lot. So there's no house on there are 2 lots. One is going to have a residence, but it is already existing. That is the lot that requires the variances. Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Is this an open public hearing?
Yes, this public hearing is open.
Yeah, and by the way, those variances are required only because it would be created into a new lot. If they were doing nothing with it, obviously, no variances are required. So it's all mind games. It's legalities, that's what it is.
So,
Yeah.
as I said, this is an open public hearing, so now's the time for the public to make any comments on this application. 42 Maple Avenue. Okay, the hearing will remain open. Then now's the time, I make a motion to adopt a negative declaration of significance for application 2401, 42 Maple Avenue subdivision, based on parts 1, 2, and 3 of the environmental assessment form.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And now, what we've all been waiting for, I make a motion to refer this application, 2401, 42 Maple Avenue, to the Zoning Board of Appeals for consideration of the requested variances.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great.
Thanks.
See you soon.
Thank you.
The public hearing remains open. And then the last application is 2425 34 Water Street and 1 and 3 Rigliano Way.
Okay, we're here for a preliminary discussion of this subdivision. I'm sure you all know the subdivision on Rugliano Way, and we have on 34 Water Street is a very long lot. So
Wait, just for the record,
yeah,
Stephen Anderson.
Stephen Anderson, Gabriel Senior PC, and Land Surveyors Engineers, and so we did get we have to be referred to for zoning, and we did get what the building department for this lot. It's a funny situation. The original subdivision on Rugliano Way is an R10 zone, right? So it needed, in order to do lots that were conforming to the neighborhood, it needed multiple variances. So in order to
Excuse me,
follow...
could you, hang on one second, could
Yeah.
you zoom on this a little bit in the back? Is he back there? There you go.
Yeah.
Cool, that's good, thank you.
So, like I said, Rugliano Way was this lot and a portion, it went like this. So we're going to have a new lot. It will have the area of an R10 zone, but an entrance from Rugliano Way, and it will need certain setback variances. We have the building department determined 5 zoning variances it needed, essentially for setbacks, because it's a 14 and 16. So we were trying to keep it in the same character as the Rugliano Way houses, which generally had 10 to 11 feet setbacks. So, and also the frontage is on a cul-de-sac, so we wanted to reduce it for 50 feet, and that was another variance. And then the effective square, which is supposed to be 90 feet for a R10 zone, but we wanted to have 60, which is an R5 zone, which is 34 Maple is an R5 zone. So, and also questions of building coverage so we need multiple variances. And John Kellard's office did point out a couple items. We did get comments today, and he would like us to verify a couple of the variances with the building inspector again. There was even a question of a stairway which showed up, but I've been informed by the owner that that stairway has been removed, or isn't part of the most recent. If we will do an as-built to confirm that, and I think that was part of Kellard's comments, to do like an as-built of the lots at this point, and to show anything else that we might need. So the one thing of concern I did have, it's also was posted today, that a neighbor had a sewer issue who is down across the street from here. And I spoke to Mr. Rugliano, and he was aware of that, and he said like his houses were empty at the time, so it shouldn't have been his houses, but he will look into it. He says he knows the neighbor, and he will talk to him, and he'll talk to the DPW, make sure that there's no problem. And this house here isn't going to hook up there. It's going to go by an easement to the front of 34 Water Street. So that's basically it. I mean, we do have to come back. I have to make a better definition of some of these variances, I guess, with the building to verify various things. And I think there were other issues, like get some elevations that Keller wanted, and trees, because there's, he questioned some trees. So we will be back to you, with more definitive answers on things and more details. So I don't know if you want to see each individual lot. There is like a site plan, or if you have any other questions.
Do you have it there?
Yeah, I have each
Might as
lot.
well, if you prepared it, let's take a quick look.
Yeah. This will be the 34 Water Street, which will be down Water Street. And that's pretty conforming to, it is conforming to the R5 zone. It's that has no problem with variances or anything. The only thing we do have to do is stormwater. That was requested. So we'll now proceed with the deep test pits and do the design. And this is the lot which is in the R10 zone, but tries to conform with the neighborhood, the characteristics of the neighborhood, which is primarily an R5 zone. And we'll make a point of that with the zoning board and everything like that. So, and like I said, we want 10-foot side yards, which was common with the lots on the Rugliano Way. And we'll have that sewer connection going this way. Then the entrance will be on that point. Yeah, there were some issues that Kellard wanted us to, like the street lighting, where is it now, and all that. So it's kind of like he would like us to do like an as-built in this area, just to, so that we don't conflict with anything. So, but that's essentially what the project is. And if you have any other questions,
Yeah.
okay. So I'll be back with more.
So procedurally on this one, so this did appear before the board just for sketch plan review in June. So this is the first appearance for the preliminary plat review. And we did receive a Part 1 EAF, and this is also an unlisted action under SECRA that requires approvals from other agencies. So at this point, from a procedural perspective, if you're so inclined, you can declare your intent to be lead agency. We can do the lead agency circulation to the other agencies to see if anybody else wants to be lead agency. And then if not, your next step at a future meeting would be to declare yourself lead agency, and then you could proceed with the substantive review. And within that time, Mr. Anderson can work with
Yeah,
our town
work with
engineer to
Keller.
kind of address some of those comments.
Okay?
So we have to open a public hearing on this. So then I make a motion to open the public hearing on this application, 2425, 34 Water Street, 1 and 3 Wrigley Island Way subdivision.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Public hearing remains open. So then we'll take the lead agency role in this. So I'm going to make a motion to declare the planning board's intent to be lead agency in the SECRA review of application 24-25, 34 Water Street, 1 and 3 Rigliano Way, and to direct the board staff, or to ask the board staff to complete the required lead agency circulation.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, and I guess I can make another motion to continue the public hearing on this application 24-25, 34 Water, 1 and 3 Rigliano, to the planning board's October 24th meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank
See
you.
you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then, that's it. So I make a motion to adjourn the September 26, 2024 planning board meeting. The next meeting will be on October 24th, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.